programme. We now move on to our next story, where a major UN conference aimed at rallying support for development aid has kicked off in Seville, Spain today, amid growing concerns about the future of international aid. The fourth International Conference on Financing for Development, running from June the 30th to July the 3rd, brings together more than 50 world leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. However, the absence of the United States, a key player in global development aid, highlights a deepening crisis as US-led funding cuts threaten efforts to combat poverty, hunger and climate change. The conference is being held at a critical moment when the UN's 2030 Sustainable Development Goals are increasingly out of reach. With countries like the US, Germany and the UK scaling back aid in favour of competing priorities such as defence, global development initiatives are facing an uphill battle. Oxfam warns that these cuts, the largest since 1960, have left millions of people in dire need, with some food aid rotting in storage. At the same time, rising poverty, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, and disruptions in global trade have made addressing these issues even more difficult. With world leaders still grappling with geopolitical tensions, experts fear the international community may struggle to achieve its poverty reduction targets. We now move back over to the United States, where US President Donald Trump says a deal to sell TikTok is finally in motion, and the buyer is a group of what he calls very wealthy people. In an interview on Fox News, Trump revealed that the identities of the buyers will be disclosed in about 2 weeks. The deal would involve the sale of TikTok's US operations, and Trump believes China will likely sign off on it. He said he expects President Xi Jinping to approve the sale, even as US-China relations tensions remain high. A 2024 law requires TikTok's China-based parent company ByteDance to divest the app's US assets or face a shutdown. Trump had extended that deadline to September the 17th after earlier threats to ban the app over national security concerns. A previous deal to create a US-based spin-off had collapsed this spring after Beijing signaled it would block any sale following Trump's move to slap new tariffs on Chinese imports. But the president remains confident. He credits TikTok for helping him gain younger voters in last year's election and has already extended the deadline 3 times. If approved, the deal could reshape the future of one of the world's most popular apps and become a new flashpoint in US-China relations. Listen in to what Donald Trump has said.
TikTok, I'm extending that, but no big deal. We have a buyer for TikTok, by the way. I think I'll need probably China approval, and I think President Xi will probably do it. I'll tell you in about 2 weeks. Very, very wealthy people. It's a group of very wealthy people.
Now let's turn to Europe, where Slovakia's foreign